So welcome to Into the Squared Circle podcast. All right, let's kick off the show talking about WWE SmackDown, mainly the Bloodline storyline. And boy, oh boy, did it had some major twists and turns. But let's talk about it. So the Bloodline storyline this past Friday on SmackDown. All right, so the show kicks off with the Tribal Chief, the Wise Man Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa coming out of their black SUV or / limo backstage in the parking lot, and out of nowhere we had Kayla Braxton apparently just hanging out in the parking lot with a microphone and a cameraman, hopefully to catch an interview with Roman Reigns or Paul Heyman. And I love what Roman Reigns said in the parking lot to Paul Heyman: "Wise man, your girlfriend's here." Yeah, well, the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns walked away. Paul Heyman looked at Kayla Braxton, wanted to say something, but he didn't, and just walked away. So as we fast forward through Friday Night SmackDown, of course, we had a backstage segment inside the locker room of the Bloodline where Tribal Chief Roman Reigns asked Paul Heyman, "Wise man, have you talked to Jey Uso?" By the way, Jey is making his decision this past Friday or tonight on SmackDown if he's joining the Bloodline or co-line with his brother Jimmy. He needs to make a decision. So Roman Reigns asked the wise man Paul Heyman, "Hey Paul, go talk to him. Embed it in his brain that he's part of the Bloodline." "Yes, my Tribal Chief, I love you. I will do it right now, sir." So Paul Heyman leaves the locker room. Okay, we go through a couple commercial breaks, a match or two. And then next thing you know, we had a backstage promo, Paul Heyman catching up with Jey Uso. He's like, "Jey, just make your decision wisely, okay? We need you in the Bloodline. You could be the next Tribal Chief. So make your decision wisely out in the ring." And Jey Uso was like, "You know what, Paul? Again, Paul, just like I told you the week before, if I become the Tribal Chief, that means you're out, Paul Heyman." And Jey walked away, and Paul Heyman had a stare in his face like, "Oh, 2 weeks in a row this guy told me this." So eventually Paul Heyman went back to the Bloodline locker room, and Roman Reigns was like, "Paul, you talked to him? What did he say?" And Paul Heyman was really silent, and Roman Reigns was getting angry. And I love Solo Sikoa, man. I loved his role in this little faction feud storyline, sitting in the background with his arms crossed, looking all pissed off. A little like he was ready to strangle Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman walked out, and Roman's like, "You know what, Solo? I will take care of this tonight." So as we get itching closer to the very end of SmackDown, Jey Uso was walking backstage and saw Sami Zayn just hanging out backstage, lounging on a road case for some reason. And they locked eyes. They made eye contact, but they never said a word to each other. Sami Zayn had a little smirk to Jey Uso and got up and walked away. So here we are, folks. The main event of WWE SmackDown this past Friday on the Fox Network. What I'll do is I'll play this segment, and I'll break it up in half, and we'll discuss. So here I go, playing the audio track right now. All right, so I'm going to stop the audio right here, and let's discuss this first half of the segment. Things were getting a little bit of dicey here for Jey Uso. And oh man, out comes Jimmy Uso to save his brother. But you know Roman Reigns got to play a little bit of mind games to Jey, exposing Jey Uso to his brother Jimmy, like, "Your brother has a little doubt on you, Jimmy." And Jimmy's getting all fired up, and he's like, "Jey, is that true? Do you have doubt?" Jay's like, "Yeah, it's true, man. It's true." At that point of time. But now it's different. But things are getting a little bit heated up here, because you're starting to see a little twist right here, because Jey seeming like he's joining the Bloodline side instead of his brother Jimmy. But there's a twist right here that's going to shock your mind. Take a listen right now. Oh, holy smokes, man. Wow, I didn't see that coming. I mean, I did, but the way they twist and turn this storyline in this main event here, folks, man, it swerved me. And it gave me a big pop. I jumped out of my couch. I'm like, "Oh, wow, yeah." It was a feel-good moment. It was a moment for sure to remember on SmackDown. I will remember for a long time. And wow, what a massive turn. The Usos both turned more like Jey Uso turned and super kicked him, fooling the fans that he's not joining the Bloodline. He's joining forces with his brother Jimmy. And yeah, both of them said no more Bloodline, we're done. It's over. And we have a big crack, a big fractured, right down the Bloodline faction. And as of right now, there's a promo, I believe it's for Money in the Bank, or I don't know what it was, but I saw it on Twitter, a civil war. Yes, we have a civil war going on in the midst between the Bloodline members. This is going to be fun. This is going to be great to watch, and I can't wait to see how this story will unfold. But I'm going to ask you, the listeners, did you see this coming? Or if you did you expect it, at least this outcome? And I thought this was perfect. This went well. I mean, everybody did their part. The Usos, they made me believe and invest in them. They had the emotions. They had the face. Paul Heyman, a con man. Of course, he is just phenomenal. Yes, my Tribal Chief. I love you, my Tribal Chief. I love that part. But, man, just great, phenomenal, absolutely just a masterpiece. I love this storyline. I love the Bloodline storyline. I mentioned this on my Facebook and Instagram post. I love the storyline. Again, your voices, let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm a fan. You're the fan. Let's discuss. Did you enjoy the storyline so far? Yes or no? Let me know what you think. Into the Squared Circle Podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's where I'm most active at. But, man, excellent. 5-star storyline. I'm looking forward to see how this Civil War will shake out to. But good stuff. Okay, as we leave the World Wrestling Entertainment land, let's hop on over to AEW. That's right, AEW Collision went down this past Saturday, June the 17th at the United Center right here in Chicago, Illinois. No, I was not there. Yes, I was on the couch watching it live, and it had a different feeling, okay? A different feeling, a different look. Everything was brand new, okay? AEW Collision had brand spanking new commentators, and I loved it. Kevin Kelly, Nigel McGuinness, Jim Ross joined the commentary in the main event. Awesome. I enjoyed the commentary. Kevin Kelly has always been my favorite. I enjoyed his work in New Japan. I enjoyed Nigel McGuinness and NXT as a commentator. So this was a great pairing, and I enjoyed it. Okay, you had Dasha, of course, doing the ring announcing. And then the theme song, you had Elton John. Sir Elton John, to be exact. Saturday night is a fight night. Great song. But yes, that was the new brand spanking theme song, a brand spanking new entrance intro. They got a new stage setup compared to Dynamite. Pyro, it was great. It was great. I love the new look. They had a red ropes, brings me the Nitro feeling. Had a Nitro-esque feeling in the show. But man, hell of a show. But let's talk about the hot topic in pro wrestling right now. CM Punk has made his return back after almost a year now since All Out of 2022. In Chicago, now returning back to Chicago, and he has a lot of stuff to get off his chest here, folks. A lot of stuff. It was a great promo. I'm going to play the promo, and I will discuss some of the bits and pieces he mentioned in it. I thought it was just gold mine promo. So, I'm going to shut up, I'm going to hit play, and let's listen to CM Punk promo right now. By God almighty. Holy hell, I don't even know where to start on this promo. I mean, you had some hitting gems inside of this promo. For example, and I love this. This is like a chef kiss. Mwah. Absolutely a perfect collective, a perfect cooked line. This is like a golden phrase in pro wrestling history. David Zaslav, he's the head honcho of Warner Brother Discovery. David Zaslav, or whatever the fuck his name is, called me one Bill Phil. I love that, because I'm genuine in the business compared to all the other counterfeited bucks. God, that's so good. That was good. That was just, where's Emerald Lagasse when you need him? Promo was so fucking good. And what was the other one he said? I'm sorry, the wrestlers you like are so soft, just like your favorites. Whatever that he says, but so good. But man, the king is back, and truth hurts. And I love how his promo starts off with, "This is a business." And look, that is correct, folks. Despite you hate each other, this is a pro wrestling business. You have to make money. It's obvious, right? In order to sell tickets, put ass in seats, sell merch, sell out buildings to buildings to buildings, city after city, you got to have a good-ass storyline. The key why I talked about the bloodline of WWE, they sell out arenas every Friday and every Monday. But why isn't AEW doing that? Because there's nothing hot right now. Yes, MJF is good. And he's one of my favorites as a singles wrestler. Yes, I love FTR because they're my favorite tag team, of course. But are they selling out buildings after buildings? No. This is money. Yeah. The Elite, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, Hangman Adam Page. I know they hate CM Punk guts, but man the fuck up. This is a business. You get your shit together, settle your differences, and utilize it. Put this on TV, and again, real life heat. Real life behind the scenes could put good television ratings on TV. Again, this is not the first time it happened on national television. Look at the past. We had numerous stories in the past where you have real life drama behind the scenes being featured on TV. Yeah, it will cause a little friction, hurt the individual, but look, it makes good television. When you have real life animosity, real life anger towards each other, it makes good TV. I can't mention it way too much. So that's where Punk is mentioning this is a business. We're in a business where they're grown-ass men. Now, if you've seen the article that was released this past Friday through ESPN.com, CM Punk did an interview with ESPN. And when I was scanning through this article, because damn, this article is like a 50-chapter book. You have to go read it. Go check it out. He mentioned in the article that nobody still has sat down with the Elite to discuss their differences. Still not yet. So that's why Punk is kind of calling them out somewhat in his promo and just calling them out. Because look, we're in the industry where we should be professionals, like grown-ass men. Yes, Punk admitted in the ESPN article that what he did at the press conference was wrong, and he apologized to Tony Khan. But this situation could handled prior to that as professionals. And it started way long time ago when Adam Hangman Page had a match with Punk. Apparently, he smacked CM Punk in the face and chipped his tooth. Punk thought, it was an accident, but he thought, I guess, this guy was ribbing him and really hurting him, and should I retaliate? And again, there was animosity between Adam Hangman Page and CM Punk. And again, as gentlemen, they couldn't sit down. Okay, what's your fucking problem, dude? What's your deal? What was that in the ring? But instead of having that, apparently the Elite was spreading rumors about CM Punk and starting shit behind his back. I guess Punk mentioned this to Tony Khan, but nothing was done. So Punk had to call their ass out at the post press conference at All Out of 2022. And look how it became now. So again, we're grown-ass adults. Grown-ass people. We're not fucking children. Sit down as professionals in a conference room. Again, I hope Tony Khan is putting balls in his pants and stepping up as a owner, the CEO of All Elite Wrestling. If I was in his shoes, I will sit both parties down at the damn table. Both parties say what you need to say. Even if you have to go beat the shit out of each other in the parking lot. Get it out of your system. Let's put this on paper. Let's turn it into a storyline and make money off of it. Make a profit business. This is a business. We work together like professionals, like grown-ass men. But instead of that happening, it didn't become that way and became a huge mess. And right now, again, it affects the fans as well because of all these rumors. And put mixed thoughts in their heads. And now CM Punk's going to get a mixed reaction. And all this could have been avoided if shit was glued together by Tony Khan backstage as professionals. But again, it hasn't. And unfortunately, we can't go back and fix it. So here is Punk making a strong statement. Strong promo. We'll have to wait and see how things will shake out in the near future. Maybe this will lead to something bigger for All In August in the UK. So we got that going on. All right, let's talk about the show AEW Collision because we have pro wrestling matches, of course. So the first match on the show, Wardlow, the TNT champion, will go one-on-one against Luchasaurus. It was a solid match. Two big guys squared off in the ring, and I have audio for this match. Take a listen, courtesy of AEW.com. All right, my friends, there you have it, folks, for this match between Luchasaurus and Wardlow. Yeah, man, Christian grabbed a camera from a photographer at ringside as the ref is distracted, nails Wardlow with the camera. Lucha covers Wardlow 1, 2, 3, and we have a new TNT champion, TNT champion, Luchasaurus. And you have Christian Cage lifting the title in the air. Seemed like he won the title, but that's not the case, because Luchasaurus won the title. All right, we have that. We go to commercial break. The next match, we have the returning Andrade El Idolo versus Buddy Matthews. This was a great match. An excellent match. I'm a big fan of Buddy Matthews. Looks like a complete badass. I'm happy Andrade's back. The fans popped when Andrade came out. Fans were excited when Andrade came out. Everybody was chanting, welcome back. What a great match. A great moment. Both men look great, of course. Again, Andrade, what he did was he came back with a figure 4 as Matthews attempted to get into the ropes, but Andrade turned into a figure 8 as Buddy Matthews submits. So Andrade defeated Buddy Matthews by submission. Hell of a match. So we had a promo package of Scorpio. Oh, by the way, right after that match, of course, the House of Black came in the ring. The lights go out. The lights came back. And was Brody King and Malachi Black. And 3 men just started jumping Andrade out of nowhere. And that's how after the match, post-match ended. Okay, as I mentioned, there was a video package of Scorpio Sky. He has a nice new look. Trimmed up his beard, still bald, and he's pretty much making the statement that he is back. Okay, so we go to commercial break, we come back, and there's Tony Nese and Mark Sterling pumping up the crowd, telling them that they're all fat and they need to do some exercise. Sure enough, out comes the Bulgarian Brute, God's favorite, Miro. Yes, the returning Miro. Another big pop, because fans haven't seen his ass in months. He is back. He looks like a badass. He is full of hair all across his body. Guy's a beast. Came in the ring, whipped his ass. He stopped Nese right on him, puts him in the camel clutch as Nese taps. Can't speak, dipshit. Tony Nese tapped and submit to Miro. So a nice quick returning match from Miro. All right, up next, we have the AEW Women's Champion Toni Storm, Ruby Soho versus Sky Blue, Chicago very own Sky Blue, and Willow Nightingale. A great tag team match as always. Of course, Sky Blue got a big pop because she pinned Toni Storm with a huge destroyer and covers her for the surprise win. And Sky Blue making her major pro wrestling win in the United Center of all places, in front of her mom and a billion pro wrestling fans across Chicago and the independent scene, along with their fellow tag team partner Willow Nightingale. So a solid match. So we had a promo video, Ricky Starks stating that he will enter the Owen Hart tournament. And then we had a Jeff Jarrett promo stating that this coming Wednesday in Chicago at the Wintrust Arena, it's going to be Jeff Jarrett versus Mark Briscoe and a concession stand brawl. So that's going to be interesting. After that, we had Tony Schiavone in the ring, and we had the Acclaim. Matt Caster, Anthony Bowens, Billy Gunn comes out, cut a promo that they said that the trio champions are not out of their sight, and they're going after it. And they had a massive scissoring party with Tony Schiavone, and a nice feel-good moment. Okay, so we go that, and now here we are, folks, the main event of the evening. CM Punk with the AEW World Tag Team Champions, FTR, versus the Ring of Honor World Television Champion, Samoa Joe, and Bullet Club members, Jay White and Juice Robinson. It's good to hear Joliet, Illinois, being featured on national television across the world. Go Joliet. Yes, that's right, my friends. CM Punk, FTR versus Samoa Joe, Jay White, and Juice Robinson, the main event I've been waiting for. It was a solid match. Had a nice little story. I'm a big fan of Juice Robinson. Guy looks like a fucking maniac. His hair, his leg, his voice. Jay White, Thunder from Down Under from Australia. Bullet Club Gold, baby. Always impressive. A great heel. Always runs out of the ring. Out of the ring, to be exact. Just a big heel, of course. FTR, always my favorite. Dax Hardwood kicks off the show. Hell of a wrestler. Great tag team work with his partner, Cash Wheeler. Here we go, folks. We got CM Punk tagged. Gets in the ring. Goes one-on-one with Jay White, Juice Robinson. I can't remember who. Sure enough, they tag in Samoa Joe, and the crowd went shit wild. And announcers like, since 2004, both men had a nice little trilogy. CM Punk versus Samoa Joe. Fans been waiting for a long ass time. It's been a while, but we finally have it at the United Center of all places in the main event of a brand spanking new TV show called Collision on TNT. Wow, 30-something, 25